What's cracking, guys? It is I, some Joe Schmo here, back with another Expanse reaction. Episode 10, season number 2, Cascade. We are rapidly approaching, guys, the end of season 2, the culmination of events between Eros, the moons of Venus that don't exist, and Jupiter. Now, what is happening? What is happening here so far? I gotta say, really quickly, Holden and Groot, you are not invited to my next birthday. Everywhere you guys go, like, carnage and death seem to follow you guys. Like, you can't help but notice it at this point in this show. Granted, with the information they know, you have to imagine if anybody finds out how much they know, if anybody of high significance should realize what this crew knows, even like, I mean, who knows what they're capable of. But with that being said, I am really excited to see where this show goes now that Holden and the crew are on Ganymede. They're on the search, they're on the prowl, they got Mang, trying to find his daughter. What is happening in the sense of genetic research, DNA research, Mang's daughter having a condition, now doesn't have a condition. A lot of things are in play at this point of the show, and I, once again, am in it for the long run. That being said, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and dive into this episode. If you guys are new to the channel, though, once again, reactions to Expanse every Thursdays and Saturdays. Feel free to subscribe, you know, watch along with me. I'm enjoying you guys wholeheartedly throughout this journey. Let's jump into this episode now.
A single soldier kills a dozen Marines on the surface of Ganymede without a vac suit? Please. The MMC trains their people to believe they're invincible when that failure is an unacceptable option. Well, Sergeant Draper failed.
Oh, what do you know, Aaron Wright? What do you know, dude?
Point is, something was bothering her and she was ordered to suppress it. Mars is using peace as a distraction.
Peace as a distraction. God, I wish I could disagree with you right now. How is Sergeant Draper?
In her quarters, resting.
And in no frame of mind to answer any more questions, I assume.
I'm afraid not.
The traumatized mind is a dark place. But rest assured, we're here and happy to help any way we can. We have Earth's best doctors at our disposal.
Thank you. The medical team at our embassy is more than able. And if it's absolutely necessary, we can arrange for further testimony.
Dude, I gotta say, I love this, forgive me for saying, I love this dick measuring contest, though, between Earth and Mars. It's a constant battle of, I don't wanna say necessarily wits, but it's a constant battle of like, how do I want to say, like, not letting my guard down. It's a constant state of like, I always need to be the one in control of this meeting. And it's just, the show does such a freaking good job of taking just, not arbitrary scenes, but just what you would assume what might be boring instances or boring interactions between a peace meeting, or even the whole how Anderson, James, and Fred Johnson were all discussing what they want to do with the warheads and whatnot. It's like they take these like moments of what is supposed to be like not interpreted as like high action stakes, but like they use the dialogue and they use like this high tension environment to just really like ramp up everything. And I love it. And this instance of just knowing where Mars and Earth both lie right now, it's like, man, dude, it's a constant state of tug of war.
You really fucked up in there, Gunny.
I know. But I know I saw something.
Oh, yes. A man standing on the surface of Ganymede without a vac suit. Bobby, truth and fact are not the same thing. Now, I know this may be too much for you to grab a hold of right now. But you believe what you saw is true because you need it to be true.
What like an insult to your intelligence, right? Like, you didn't see that.
I'd like to see the ocean before I leave.
Sorry, you're under restrictions now.
You mean I'm a prisoner?
No. I mean, you're a Martian. It takes weeks, sometimes months, to acclimate to these open spaces. You saw what happened when we stepped off the ship. You're breathing natural air. You're trying to orient yourself with that damned horizon.
And now you're talking crazy about a guy without a vac suit on.
A transport is coming to get you. You'll be shipping out day after tomorrow.
You know, it's like, it's so crazy to me thinking, because I live on a beach coast. I live literally 10 minutes away from the beach. I barely ever visit that shit, dude. Like, could you imagine? Like, we just take things for granted so much. Like, as an earther, like how much you're taking advantage over like having access to water or a beach like that. It's like, she gonna bust out. Well, she becomes like an enemy of like Mars, and then like joins like James and the crew and shit. That'd be super dope.
Well, we did find traces of various plant material, but again, that's consistent with the account. She was found in the wreckage.
Plant
of the egg
material?
I'm not talking about soybeans. I mean exotic biologicals.
Dude, that was a
Anything
great
that shouldn't be on-
callback. Soybeans. Didn't Mink have a soybean plant with him? Ah!
I want you to go over every goddamn molecule on that armor and tell me if there's anything you've missed. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
I guess that's a good thing though about Aaron Wright being, I don't want to say his back turned on by Jules Pierre, but like at least he kind of like is involved enough to kind of know what to look for now. So if there is a widespread issue, he can kind of be, I guess, helpful in that regard. Like, cause he knows something's up. Look at this guy. He knows something is going down.
The battle took out 3 of these domes, but we managed to save 2. We've got things moving in the right direction now. We're gonna rebuild this place.
This yellowing indicates a nitrogen imbalance. We have phage-resistant bacteria in the hydroponic lines to prevent that, which means that something got in and killed the good bacteria, which means the hydroponics have been contaminated.
Is that a hard fix?
Under normal circumstances, no. Things are too far gone to make it.
Jesus.
Cowards! Goddamn cowards!
Effortlessly just throws him
Children are
off.
out there somewhere, scared and alone, and you just leave. You just.
You done?
It's got nothing to do with you.
He's helping me find May. I came back to look for her. You know where Strickland is?
We gotta go right now.
Hold on. Who's Roma?
You give him canned chicken, he gives you a video from the security mart. But I didn't have enough chicken.
Does this Roma provide results?
Yeah, he's got a place at the AWP corridor, level 2.
I'll talk to Roma for the both of us, I promise. For May and Katoa.
So it's like all the children disappearing, or is it only a select few children?
I think she did see something on Ganymede. Something we're not supposed to know about. I believe that Ganymede was a test of a new weapon that Jules Pierre Mao is developing for Mars, based on technology he unleashed on Eros.
You've been in contact with him?
No, but I was aware of his weapons research.
Damn, there we go. Come on, baby. Yes.
Because I was working with him.
Clean that conscience. Come on, man.
You've known for a while.
Ever since you had Frank de Graaf killed.
I know it makes no difference, but I had no hand in that, Christian. This started out as a conversation about peace, about the discovery of this incredible proto-molecule. This was a way to guarantee the safety of the Earth.
At a terrible price.
You're the one who taught me that Earth must come first.
And Eris, 100,000 souls. Did I teach you that?
If I had known what was going to happen on Eros, I would have stopped the project and Jules Pierre Mao along with it, and you know that!
Eris nearly destroyed this planet.
Dude, this is incredibly, like, I have this way of just completely underestimating people's, like, character decisions. Like, I would have never thought that Aaron Wright would have come clean with this. Like, I thought this guy was going to the grave with it. I thought, again, like I did with Christian, like, another politician guy doesn't want to come clean. But, like, I mean, in reality, thinking about, like, who would be the best person to be able to counter, not necessarily counter, but who would be the best person to, like, kind of know or be informed of what is potentially occurring? Aaron Wright, because he was working with, Jules Pierre. So it's like, but again, like, he just seemed like he would never want to break. And this is just a fantastic moment for him.
This is everything that I know about the proto-molecule project.
Wow, just giving her everything.
If Ganymede really was a test, then it's just the beginning.
Whew. I'm so glad he came through there. Come on. Damn. What are metals even made out of then? Actually, it's a great question. Are metals made of gold? Damn. Dude, I love this theme of this episode. Is just like a constant state of just pushing people to their limit right now.
These plants have been stripped bare.
That nurse said that a dozen freighters packed with food left the station after the battle to honor contracts. Instead of feeding the people here. They've been eating the plants to survive.
So they took all the food off of Ganymede, essentially? For a new research station or some shit, probably. Those are some nice cans.
There's some people in the station we need to find. Heard Ron was the man to talk to.
In that case.
Yo, just have Amos threaten this guy. Give us what we want or I'll beat the shit out of you.
You seem to be doing quite well for yourself. I mean, you got enough here to feed half the station.
Put that back.
This guy just wants to find his little girl. She's sick. She could die if he doesn't find her.
This business.
We got rations, protein bars, ammunition. We're happy to barter.
What I want is chicken. No chicken.
What the hell is this guy's obsession with? Oh!
No! Stop!
You bashed his head in! What's wrong with you?
Yo, dude, that went from like 6 to midnight in a matter of seconds. Jesus, Amos. Yo, just have Amos threaten this guy. Give us what we want or I'll beat the shit out of you. Dude, she's gotta be like overstimulated right now. I wonder if she thinks it looks like a little bit like Mars or not seeing them like as well off maybe.
Excuse me, do you know the fastest way to the ocean?
For 50, I do.
My source inside the Martian embassy just informed me that there's a lot of activity around Sergeant Draper's quarters because she's no longer in them.
Ooh.
Why would she run?
I'm not sure, but I've learned not to look a gift horse in the mouth.
Nice.
Oh, are we information sharing with Aaron right now?
I'll tell him later.
You're the only person that knows the truth about him. The only person anyone might actually believe, and that puts you in a precarious position.
Oh, yeah.
Something changed with Aaron Wright. Maybe when he saw Eris hurtling towards Earth and only miraculously avoided. That it was time to make amends.
I mean, that's what they say, right? Like, life and death situation when death is on the line, like, sometimes you change your ways.
I'd forgotten how it felt to be fighting for the good guys again. I like it. It's nice.
I mean, but again, yeah, too, like, also, like, if anything happens to Crescent, like, anything that could implicate Aaron Wright is out the window, right? Who knows? Who knows what could happen?
You're Martian, aren't you?
That obvious?
Well, I've seen a few of you over the years, being how close we are to the UN. It's the way you're walking. Like the sky might fall in on you. Like the ground's gonna bite you. And if you're Martian, you'll have osteox.
So, like, if Martians feel the effect of that and like, feel super heavy on Earth, if Earthers were to go to Mars, could we, like, lift a ton at that point? Because is that how that works?
You're a drug dealer. They're not gonna fly you to the moon.
I know what osteox is for. I can trade that and get a month's supply of meds for the kids who've been exposed to radiation from the drive plant. And I can probably get a month's supply of the new chloroquine. It'll save some of us from dying in the summer when we're forced to drink sewer water. I put myself on the vocational training list when I was 17 years old. I'm 52 now.
Damn.
Still waiting for my slot.
That's like over 10 years.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Everything we've been told about Martians is probably garbage anyway. That you're all a bunch of robots with no souls who just like to conquer shit. Oh, and I hear your music ain't nothing to write home about neither.
That might be true, yeah.
Oh, I hope this guy's for real, though. Ugh. Last thing she needs is to deal with, like, an Earther that lies to her like this.
Go back the way you came until you see a drainage tunnel on your right.
Got it.
Here's what you do. Feet planted, in line with your shoulders, back straight, head down, staring at your toes.
Dude, this is super cute. Him showing her how to walk.
Millimeter at a time. Until your eyes are locked on the horizon. In a couple of weeks, your brain will forge the pathways, your inner ear will get the memo, and you'll be no different than an Earther.
It's like her guardian angel, dude. Oh, Nico, please be legit.
Every shitty thing we do makes the next one that much easier, doesn't it?
Dude, it's like their relationship is just rubber banding.
And where I come from, bullies take desperate young girls like your daughter and force them into prostitution. And when they finally get knocked up, they peddle them to Johns who get off on that. After they have the kid, they push them right back out on the streets even before they have a chance to heal. And those kids, they use them too.
I love this like underlying context of Amos's character. So was he a child of prostitution then?
What are you doing?
Something I actually know how to do. Did you notice the Ipomea batatas on the green wall?
Yeah, totally.
I'm sure that I did not.
Yeah, exactly.
Same yellowing as before. They're using distilled water in the hydroponics supply instead of the proper mineral solution needed for long-term stability. I'll only be able to get away with it for another week, maybe two, and after that, the air, the scrubbing plants, what's left of them, will die off. When that happens, they won't be able to stop the cascade.
What's the cascade?
Hey, there you go.
In real nature, there's enough diversity to cushion an ecosystem when something catastrophic happens. Nothing that we build, our ships or stations, has that depth.
It's kind of like the effects of like if you kill off like what, all the spiders in the world, like wouldn't there be like a shit ton of like flies? You know what I mean? Is that kind of what he's referring to? Like that kind of cascade effect where if you take away one thing in the ecosystem, like it could have potentially affect everything, right? I mean, the fly and the spider was the only thing I could really think of off the top of my head.
Ganymede is a simple, complex system. Because it's simple, it's prone to cascades. And because it's complex, you can't predict what's gonna break down next or how. The station's dead already. They just don't know it yet.
So it's just a matter of time at this point.
Did you ever see a robin weep when the leaves?
Yo, is Alex just getting like hammered up here?
I'm so lonesome I could cry. Time goes crawling by.
Was he cheating?
The moon just went.
Oh, trick shot. Oh.
Priority alert to all vessels into Jupiter AO. A no-fly zone is now in effect around Ganymede Station until further notice.
Shit. Now, how is this event gonna cascade into James and the crew on the planet or on the moon?
Good news, Copan. I find the little girl and the man. Those part of the station still be okay, so if they there, maybe they still be okay.
Oh, shit. Underground tunnels. I can't imagine what that view does for somebody who's never experienced the ocean before. Maybe I take it for granted because I am a West Coaster and I live on the beach. But it's like, I can't think of like when you're a child, like your first reaction to it. Do you even know like the beauty of what you're seeing as a child of the ocean? Hell yeah, dude. A little moment of victory here for Bobby. Oh shit, she found her.
Is it everything you thought it would be? I can't remember the last time I went down to the water.
You take it for granted.
Exactly what I said, yep.
You're right about that. This is what attacked you and your team, isn't it?
Yeah, dude. What the heck? Oh my. What the shit?
New type of weapon. It was being tested on Ganymede by your own government. Sergeant, I wish to God it was my government. Then I would have some control over the situation.
Oh, man.
But right now, all I have is you.
So you're telling me that me and my team, we were sacrificial lambs?
And your friend Travis.
I don't believe it.
I need to know who is doing this and why.
You are the enemy.
We cannot afford to be enemies anymore.
We need to go now.
Bobby's being just torn in so many different directions right now. I knew it though. I knew it was a cover-up. I knew it was a cover-up. Shit, dude, what a great freaking episode, man. That was, I'm wondering if this whole situation though is turning, and now I feel like I want to call her Bobby all the time. I was calling Draper for this so long, but I wonder if this whole situation is going to like affect now Bobby's thoughts about Earthers. Because I feel like she was so one-dimensional when it came to, oh, like all Earthers are just, we gotta destroy them, we gotta go to war with them, but then like kind of like her traversing through the slums, getting that interaction with, what was his name, Nico, seeing that there are people on Earth that also have it rough, who aren't, you know, who are just trying to do these little acts of kindness through selling her drugs and, you know, trying to get drugs for, you know, medical supplies for some of those people that are living in those slums. And then obviously too, with now this like newfound information of maybe her government is looking to cover something up, like we called last time, baby. You have to wonder, is now this the point in Bobby's arc that she's like turning that switch now, that she's now thinking that, hey, again, maybe both sides are capable of some pretty fucked up things, and maybe both sides do have some good in them, or some moments, or some parts of them that maybe we just don't understand. I think that was a great episode for Bobby alone. Whew, man, that was super dope. So now James and them are stuck on Ganymede, from what it seems like. You want to think that hopefully they can find Meng's daughter, Strickland, down there doing something. Is it Strickland that was responsible for this like cascade effect then on Ganymede? Because he seems to like be, if he was working so well with Meng and they're working so close together, even though I know they said it was Meng's daughter's doctor, right? Would those Strickland kind of be aware of maybe how to manipulate everything on Ganymede? Because like, again, I assume that Ganymede, either in the next episode or by the climax of this season, is donezo. It's all coming undone at this point. I don't know if there's any way of saving it. Are they injecting some form of like proto-molecule into the plants that like is affecting their death? And if that's the case, that's even more of a concern because people are eating it. So it's like, oh Jesus, what's that gonna do? Dude, are we gonna get another instance of maybe like in season 1, how Miller was hyped up so much on a solo mission, his solo story, as Bobby is, and then eventually them and the Rosie crew are gonna connect? I hope so. That would be super chill, because again, like the Rosie crew already has such a wide variety of dynamics in that crew of so many backgrounds that it'd be cool to have somebody, even though we already have a Martian in the form of Alex, it'd be great to have an addition to that with Bobby. But at the end of the day, what can I say, guys? I'm just some Joe Schmo sitting here reacting to The Expanse. Until next time, guys, peace.